Your beak's so long.
Yeah, you gotta crook at the end there. You might have to see a doctor about that.
Yeah, no, it's all right. They
Nah,
all curve, Garrett. Garrett, they all curve in
Garrett,
one
a
way.
curve is natural.
Yeah, the curve is natural. Hello everyone, welcome back to your favorite show for all things gaming and rarely tech related, Gentoo. As always, I'm your host, John Taylor.
And I'm Austin Claypool in a penguin suit.
Wow, looks good.
Thanks. Let's go ahead and get this over with. First we got Elden Ring, Journey Through the Lands Between, a new fantasy world created by Hidetaka Miyazaki, creator of the influential Dark Souls video game series, and George R.R. Martin, author of A Song of Ice and Fire. Unravel mysteries of the Elden Ring's power, encounter adversaries with profound backgrounds, characters with their own unique motivations for helping or hindering your progress, and fearsome creatures. Guess when it releases? You won't guess. February 25th on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X.
I could have guessed that. Also releasing this week is Grid Legends. Grid Legends delivers thrilling wheel-to-wheel motorsport action. Create dream race events, hop into live races, experience a dramatic virtual production story, and embrace the sensation of spectacular racing. It releases on, guess when? February 25th for PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X. We're done with the gaming news for this week.
Does that mean I can take this thing off now?
Absolutely not. We still have more coming right up.
Welcome back to On the Leaderboard. A show where each week I speedrun a game as quick as I can to try and be one of the fastest. This week, I'm teaming up with my brother Elder Khajiit to attempt the game Escape Simulator. Escape Simulator is a fairly simple game. It is a co-op escape room game that tasks you and your teammates to puzzle your way out of each room. Simple enough. The next thing to note is that all the patterns and all the routes to complete each puzzle are exactly the same every single time, meaning it can be done repetitively and, therefore, very quickly. This is where I come into play. Throughout our course of speedrunning this game, me and my brother were able to find out some ultimate strategies to help boost our speed. Just like you see here, you can notice us throwing some of the items, and it can get into that key slot, get into the whatever it needs to be, it will go where it needs to go, and that's all you need. So what we are exactly focusing on today is Escape Simulator Labyrinth of Egypt Duo Any % category. This category only has 6 people currently running this game. The rules are simple. Play as 2 players, complete all 5 rooms of the level Labyrinth of Egypt, and complete each room as fast as you can. Very simple as it is. Basic rules of the game, any sort of hack or cheat is not allowed, and game glitches are allowed unless stated otherwise. One thing that you would note is towards the end of each of the levels, as we get finished with completing it, I pick up an item and I kind of sit there waiting. In actuality, this is a quicker method to clicking the next level section because it allows you to have your mouse in that bottom right section of your screen to click the next section and go to the next map. Each room is filled with about 4 to 7 puzzles, and it's very helpful to have 2 or more teammates to just complete the puzzles as quick as you can and go back and forth, so it makes it very easy. Escape Simulator released back in 2021, just a couple of months ago, and is overwhelmingly positive on Steam. With the price tag of $15, it allows you to explore a collection of these immersive escape rooms with the ability to play community maps and a huge collection of immersive escape rooms. There's lots of fun that can be played with this game. For a game like this, I feel like it's very simple to just watch and understand what is happening on the screen.
Just gotta nail this. Just gotta nail this.
And with the final puzzles coming to an end and me and my brother solving the final 2, we get a final time of 3 minutes and 11 seconds, granting us 3rd place overall in this category. Thank you for watching On the Leaderboard this week. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe down below to see more like it. See you next week.
3:11.
That's pretty good.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Rundown, your weekly game show, which we go through a different game every week. I'm your host, Garrett Bevans, and we have a great one with you today with Doom Eternal, released in 2020, so let's get right into it. Doom Eternal's story is pretty simple at best. It is the sequel to Doom 2016, and it's a pretty straightforward story. Demons have escaped Mars and are now wreaking havoc on Earth, and you play as Doom Guy or Doom Marine, and yes, that is his actual name. I have checked the wiki, in which he tries to save Earth from all the demons of hell and just try to make it better for everyone. It's pretty straightforward and easy, but it's not the main point of the game. The main point of the game is the gameplay, which is the most important thing of every game coming up right now. As I mentioned, the gameplay is front and center for Doom Eternal, and it is the bread and butter, the bee's knees of the game. It is quick, it is fast, it is brutal and gory, as you want from a Doom game, and it's just rewarding and difficult for new players and returning players like myself. I have played the game originally, and I decided to play it again for the pack this week, and I forgot just how good it was. When you first start the game, like many games, you have a difficulty selection. You have easy, medium, hard, and then nightmare, in which you have an ultra nightmare mode, which is you have one life for the whole entire game. If you die once, you go back to the very beginning. Not the level, but the very beginning of the game. I'm a bit of a wuss and have never played this because I am scared to lose, and I don't want to lose all that progress. Nonetheless, it is available for you psychopaths out there and hardcore gamers. As I mentioned previously, this game is fast-paced. It is pretty easy to pick up, but it is difficult to master. There are tons of demons to fight throughout the game, from zombies to big spiders and turrets, big buff demons to kill. It's just, possibilities are endless when it comes to enemies. Not only that, but each enemy has a unique kind of weakness. Zombies are pretty easy. They're basically cannon fodder. However, with these spiders on the turrets on the back, that is their weakness. So shoot a grenade at it, destroy it, and then you can take them down easily. Another thing that makes the game shine is the exploration. Doom Eternal is very replayable. There are tons of things that you could miss if you don't pay attention. For instance, there are toys and vinyl records hidden throughout the game. On top of that, there's also cheat codes hidden in the game. So go out and look for them. You'll have infinite lives, infinite ammo, invincibility. It's worth it to look around, and it's just more fun that way too. There is a multiplayer for Doom Eternal, however, it is not really the best. One of you play as the Doom Guy or the Doom Marine, and you go around trying to get as many kills as possible. You can even play as the villains yourself. You can play as different demons throughout the game. It's just okay at best. It's kind of just lackluster, kind of clunky, but nonetheless, it's still there and it is available if you want to try picking it up. Wrapping things up, I want to say Doom Eternal is a must-buy and a must-play. It's a little bit cheaper now. It's been about 2 years old, but it's definitely worth the play, even though it's a little bit older. That does it here for The Rundown. I'm your host, Garrett Bevans. If you like what you see here on Gentoo, maybe try our older episodes. They got just as great content in it as well. That's all I got for you guys, and thank you for watching. Have a good one.
Northwest Tower Yearbook has dedicated over a century to documenting life on campus and in the Maryville community. The award-winning organization has numerous Pacemaker Awards and a spot in the Associated Collegiate Press Hall of Fame. Learn more about Tower at the handles below.
Even though it's not Halloween, we've got enough scares to put horror movies to shame. With all new segments and news, we'll cover just a little bit of everything this week on Nerd Central. So stick around because the roof isn't the only thing we're raising in this week's hair-raising episode of Nerd Central.
It sure does feel great to be recognized as the best host.
Okay, John, you won by one comment. And I think, honestly, Brad Pearson commenting Debbie Souls for himself was better than both of ours.
Hey, he wasn't even in this competition. Trying to bring up Brad for clout?
For clout? How is that?
Let me just bask in this more. Actually, you know, why don't you do a spin?
What? No.
Why don't you do a spin?
No. Fine.
Do it.
All right.
Yeah.
You happy?
Looks good, Penguin. Let's get back to the rest of the packs for this episode.
Good luck, legends.
I am lurking in shadows, but always on the prowl. I bet you'll rethink decisions decisions once you all up in town. Did you miss me? Bet you're wishing I had always stayed down. From ashes to ashes, now you're dead on the ground. I am lurking.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Apex and Chill, where I play Apex Legends, chill, and give you tips and tricks about the game and how you can advance yourself to be an Apex champion. In this week's episode, I will be playing Arenas and telling you the basics about the game and some tips on how to play. Arenas is Apex Legends' 3v3 game mode that lets you go against another squad without having to worry about interference, giving you time to think and strategize with your teammates, with the first squad to win 3 rounds being victorious. Or if the match is tied 4-4, then it goes to sudden death. There are no respawns, but you can still revive teammates that are down. The game comes with 4 different maps and a time rotation: Habitat 4, Overflow, Encore, and Phase Runner. These different maps include crafting materials to collect and use for customizing your loadout, which you get to do at the beginning and in between rounds, which lasts for about 45 seconds each. The customization screen includes all guns available in the game, with some being available in a care package that drops mid-game every round. You can upgrade every gun and it will come with better attachments every time you upgrade. With the legend you decide to play, you also get to purchase their abilities to use, along with health and shield kits, projectiles, and more. Now here are a couple of tips I have if you're just starting to play Arenas. Number 1 would be to collect crafting materials. The more crafting materials you collect, the more you can customize your loadout. If the enemy has a better loadout than you, chances are you lose, so collect resources and make your loadout strong. Number 2 is to always take the items in supply bins. If I didn't mention it before, there are always 2 supply bins scattered on the map for players to collect items they couldn't afford, mainly the big shield and health kits. These are good to take advantage of because it's better to get a full bar of health in one go than to use a bunch of smaller items to heal up. Number 3 would be to talk to your teammates and strategize. This game mode is different from the regular Battle Royale because, and I can't stress it enough, you don't get third party. Like Jesus, all you gamers out there that play Battle Royale FPSs know the feeling of get a shot in the back and I just can't. I can't. But seriously, you have no outside distractions, so strategize wisely with teammates, talk about flanks, who goes where, and communicate what you're doing. This will win you rounds. Overall, Arenas has been a good addition to the game for players that are seeking more of an Apex and chill type of play. You see what I did there? No, but seriously, this game mode won't have you looking behind your back so much, and is still on the same competitive ground as the regular Battle Royale. Well, that's all I have for you this week. If you enjoyed what you watched here, subscribe to the KNWT YouTube channel for more, and I hope you enjoy a game of Apex Legends Arenas. Deuces!
Hello, and welcome back to Gamecubed, the show where I dive deep into my favorite childhood GameCube games. As always, I'm your host, Austin Claypool, and this week we'll be speeding through Sonic Heroes. Sonic Heroes, the platformer title developed by Sonic Team USA and published by Sega. This game features aspects from the Sonic Adventure games, however puts its own twist on the Sonic series by having 4 unique teams to play as. Team Sonic, consisting of Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Team Dark, which has Shadow, Rogue, and E123 Omega. Team Rose is Amy, Cream, and Big the Cat. And finally, my favorite, Team Chaotix, which is Espio, Charmy, and Vector. This supersonic GameCube adventure was originally released in December of 2003 in Japan. In the following months, it would be distributed to other countries, including the US. The game has since gotten raving reviews from players and Sonic fans alike. Some fans, like Mr. Axel Hunter here, claim it to be one of their favorites. Quote, "If there was a question, does Sonic Heroes live in 2022? Sonic Heroes definitely lives." That's enough about other people's opinions. Let's get to the most important one. Mine. Customization. Before you even play Sonic Heroes, you are prompted with a question. Which team do you want to play as? Each team has 3 different forms: Speed Formation, Fly Formation, and Power Formation. Of course you can pick whichever team you want. They all are similar enough that you won't miss out on much. However, if you're a true Sonic fan, each specific team delivers a unique enough experience that it's worth replaying if you care about the story. For the rest of the video, we'll be focusing on the OG Team Sonic. Worlds. Alright, so if there's one thing that Sonic games are known for, it's the worlds. Each level comes with its own theme, music, and adventure to explore. There are 14 worlds to uncover in Sonic Heroes, and here are a few of my favorites. Seaside Hill is the first level of the game, and it is such a classic. Ocean Palace is next, and would you just listen to that tune? I mean, just listen. Then there's Bingo Highway. Fuck Bingo Highway. Camera controls. While there are a lot of enjoyable things about this game, it is not perfect by any means. There are glitches everywhere, but worse than anything else are the camera controls. I don't know who programmed the camera, but man did they mess it up. Sometimes the controls will be affected by the wonky camera angle and make you move in the wrong direction. It just throws everything off. Don't just take my word for it. There are plenty of others who agree. Straight from the Wikipedia page itself, critics derided the game for not addressing the problems of the previous series games, such as the poor camera, controls, and voice acting. Anywho, that's all the time I've got for this episode. Make sure to tune in next week for yet another episode of Gamecubed, and leave a comment down below. Who's your favorite member of Team Sonic? Thanks for watching.
With abortion being such a hot political topic,
broadcasting their show In the Trenches live to the KXCV KRNW station.
SAC and officers of the University Police Department were present to help coordinate the event.
The new Nottoway Humane Society is an animal shelter that houses cats and dogs here in Maryville.
Media professor Adam Bochart presented his lecture Risk versus Chance at the last lecture series.
Hello and welcome to not now. I'm in the middle of recording. Okay, I guess we can roll with this. Hello everybody, my name is Adam Bochart, and welcome to the first episode of Task Failed Successfully, the show where I play games as wrongly as possible. This week we're playing Giant Software's Farming Simulator 22, a game with brand new vehicles, very not broken physics, and whatever this is. So let's dive right in. Since 2008, the Farming Simulator series has been labeled as one of the most realistic farming simulation games known to date. And what farming game wouldn't be complete with sports cars that definitely obey the laws of physics? Wait. So I realized you could place loading ramps on top of one another and create an Evel Knievel style jump that lets you almost jump over the house in a sports car, but I think I needed something a little bit faster. Thankfully, the physics for the ATVs in the game are totally not broken whatsoever, so I knew we had found our match. I was also very happy to learn that there was only a slight chance of decapitation with the ATVs. Only a slight chance. One of the other things I love about Farming Simulator 22 is that it does not hold your hand. Everything that you want to do has to be done the right way, including buying supplies and transporting them. Thankfully, semis in this game have tension straps, and those tension straps definitely work the way they're intended, especially when you tension belt the forks on your front loader 6 feet in the air and it allows you to clip through the semi, or just straight up levitate, just like a real farm. So to answer your question, yes, you can use the tension straps on an ATV to wear the front loader as a backpack, and yes, you can fold the front loader in on itself until it aggressively vibrates across the map, which is only made even more terrifying when it aggressively shimmies with nobody inside the vehicle. To answer your question, yes, you can wear the front loader as a hat, and this only looks better in first-person perspective where you can really see the attention to detail. To answer your question, yes, you can use the tension belts from 2 ATVs on the front loader. To answer your question, yes, you can Lion King an ATV. To answer your question, yes, you can Lion King 2 ATVs. To answer your question, yes, you can tension belt 4 ATVs and 2 gators together, and when you do, completely normal things happen, just the way the game was intended to be played. Now, I was left with something looking like it was out of a modern art museum, and I knew I had pushed this to its logical conclusion. The only thing left was to tension belt 2 ATVs together and attempt to jump the house. I do want to take a second and talk about something this game gets right. In all my hours trying to find ways to break this game, I didn't realize how much fun I genuinely had riding horses. And part of that was because of how well Giant Software did in making these horses seem realistic. There were times playing this game that I genuinely forgot that these weren't real animals. There were times that it was hard for me to realize that these animals weren't thinking on their own and that they were just code and numbers, because it seemed so lifelike and realistic to horses that I had interacted with as a kid. And this applies to all the animals in the game, like the deer that are out roaming your farmland, the dog that sits on your porch day to day. Every animal in the game feels so genuine and authentic, but the horses are where this game truly seems to thrive. And if you're lucky enough to play this with multiple players, the interactions between animals is like something I've never seen before. There's such a sense of nostalgia from my friends and I bringing horses together and levitating 30,000 feet into the air. I haven't got to experience that since I was a kid. And just like we did as a kid, we would levitate high enough that our buildings would disappear, high enough that our heads would start to disappear. And I don't think that's something any game has gotten right until Farming Simulator 22. So thank you for watching Task Failed Successfully, and we'll see you next time.